On Friday, as I was coming back to the hotel after the David Horowitz event, we get a call because I was trying to get in, and I'm doing some research on several things that have yet to be announced. But one of the things I've been trying now for about 18 months to get into the archives of Disney, because I need to read his diaries on a few things. And what a shock. Nobody wants Glenn Beck into the diaries of Disney. So I was a little frustrated because I wanted to do that, and I wanted to go to one of the back lots. So Friday, we're driving home, and the phone rings, and it's one of the executive vice presidents who I don't know of Paramount. And he says to one of the guys with me, he said, "We'd like Glenn to come and see Noah." And he covered the phone. He was like, "They want you to come and see Noah, Glenn." And I'm like, they can't hear us laughing at that idea, can they? No, I've got the phone covered. They'll never hear that. I know it's ridiculous, right? Yeah, we're a little busy. And he said, listen, I heard the show, and I know what Glenn said today about Noah, but he took it off of another critic's point of view on Noah. And he said, we happen to strongly disagree with that. And we have no problem if Glenn is going to say that it's not a good movie or whatever, but we feel it's only fair that he would actually see the movie before he would jump to the conclusion. And actually, I felt really small when he said that, because it's wrong of me, especially when somebody has paid $100 million on something. And these guys, the director has wanted to make this movie his whole life. The vice president of Paramount, his neck is on the chopping block. It's absolutely wrong. I will not do to these guys what everybody has done to me. They don't listen or watch the show. They have no idea what I'm saying. And so they're taking off somebody. And I really felt bad. And I said, I will be there. And so we went to the Paramount studios, and they were gracious enough. And I said, like I was talking to him, and he's like, yeah, we're trying to get on the back lot. Glenn's trying to look at X, Y, and Z. And they're like, no, you know what? We'll open up the back lot. You can come in before the movie. And so, they let us just roam on this back lot all by ourselves at Paramount Studios. And you can see some of the pictures and everything else at glennbeck.com. But then they brought us in to the executive Paramount screening room. It's where if they want to do, bring groups in or whatever to see the movie, you can go see it. And it seats like 500. And it is one of the nicer theaters I've ever been in, as you could imagine. And we sit down, and there's about 10 of us on my staff that went, and everybody wanted to go. And we are a very diverse group. There is a guy who was an atheist who just recently kind of found God. There is kind of some just not so Christian. There are very, very Christian people on my staff. There's a Jewish guy on my staff. So we run the whole gamut, and I was very excited because there's some people on the staff that don't know the story of Noah all that well, because they know the story of the ark, but they don't read the Bible or anything else. And then there are people who really study the Bible. One of the guys who I was with was actually in the Bible watching the verses as they were going, this part. I mean, so it went from, I've never read the Bible story before, to a guy who's watching the Bible as we're doing it. And I was so fascinated. What is everybody going to say when this is over? If you look at the picture at glennbeck.com now, you'll see one of the guys he's the faith outreach guy for Paramount. And he came, and he was very, very kind. I want to make it very clear. Everybody there was very kind. And he said, look, I want to talk to you a little bit before the movie starts. He said, I want to tell you what people are saying and what we believe, and then, just watch the movie. And, it's really sad because one of the guys took this picture, and as they snapped this picture, if you look at that, there's me, Ben from American Dream Labs, and Craig Kitchen, one of our vice presidents that's listening. Everybody else, I think Pat's sleeping, and everybody else is on their iPad.
Well, Pat is never awake in a meeting.
No, he's never awake. Mm-hmm. He's never awake. No. He's not here today. He's really sick. But it's a sad picture. I looked at that picture and I went, oh, come on, guys. We should at least listen to the guy. So, but so we listen and we watch the movie. And I am going to review Noah today because I have seen it now. And I will tell you that the reviewer that we quoted on Friday is wrong. We'll give you the review coming up in probably next hour.
What? We just sat through all of that? You told us about everybody on your staff and their personal interests, and you're not going to review the movie for an hour?
My Joe was wearing a buttoned-up polo shirt. We had the whole gamut from tank top to tie.
We get all that crappy information and you don't review the movie?
It's not crappy information. That is background information, so you know who the people are that saw it, and our viewpoint is unanimous.
We had everything from vegan to paleo. We had we had all the colors of the rainbow: pink shirts and blue shirts and yellow shirts and green shirts.
I'm just saying.
Some people rode bicycles to the theater. Others took public transportation.
No, nobody took public transportation.
Okay,
so
good.
Let me give you this.